Back. It may be shocking to learn that 1 in 20 people will develop a brain aneurysm in their lifetime. 1 in 20. We have a very special guest with us here today, Tadia Huskinen, and you are a survivor. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Brandi. I am very happy to be here and happy to be alive.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We want to hear so much about your story, but I think for our viewers, I want to explain kind of what we have here with this beautiful photo of Lisa. You know, Lisa Colagrassi and the foundation that her family created. She was a colleague here of ours at ABC Network News, and she died of a brain aneurysm. Why is it that you first wanted to be a part of this organization, and what is it you wanted to do to help?
Well, the most important part of that starting part of my relationship with Lisa Foundation was that there was really no one place to go to as a survivor to find out more about brain aneurysms. So I went looking all over California, I couldn't find much. Finally found the Lisa Foundation, and what I really like about that foundation is they are raising awareness about brain aneurysms. I had no idea that I had one, none at all.
And you would talk about health issues today, and hardly anybody ever talks about aneurysms, but it happens so often. Tell us how your experience, what you went through, and how you survived.
Yeah, so I had a most fantastic morning 3 years ago kayaking in Ventura Harbor.
Wow.
I was in the best shape of my life and had absolutely no idea I had a brain aneurysm. Suddenly I was hit by the worst headache of my life, which very quickly went into stars in my eyes, stiff neck. By the time we got to the shore, I was starting to paralyze on the left side.
Wow.
And got finally to a hospital, and from there very quickly moved to a stroke and neurovascular center in Santa Barbara. 6.5 hours later, I was basically repaired a brain aneurysm that I had not known.
Which is so rare that so many people for people who can survive this. We want to show some of the statistics on screen that we have from the Lisa Foundation as well, which are pretty unbelievable. You know, women are 50% more at risk as well. And then 75% of the ruptures yearly are death or severe damage. So you came out of this with the help of dance. How did that work its way into, you know, helping you recover?
Yeah, so a lot of the survivors have very severe defects, even if they survive, and are not able to really do very much when they first come out of the hospital. I was lucky in that most of my defects were relatively minor compared to others, but I did not, you know, I had to learn to walk again. I had to figure out my balance again. So I really wanted to find joy and decided, well, if I'm going to be walking, might as well continue to walk. So I took on tango. And took on the tango very much as a way by which I would create a new connection to life, create a new connection to people, as well as work on my balance, and I continue to do that. It has been a fantastic part of my own recovery. And there's a lot of research now, actually, about the power of dance and power of music in healing. And I'm a big promoter for that.
So for anybody watching right now, you talked about the severe headache. Is there anything that people should look out for as a possible warning sign for this?
Yeah, so a lot of times you don't get too many signs. Only about 50% of people who have an aneurysm develop any early signs. Typical signs are a headache. The headache is similar to a migraine, only much more severe. Stiffness of the neck, as well as blurring of eyes. Sometimes there's pain behind one eye. Those are the symptoms, but I think one thing that's really important to know is even when you know the symptoms and you go to an ER or you go to a general practitioner, women particularly often get turned away. Well, you're having a migraine, you know, may go home, you know, don't think about it too much. I guess my message to women, as well as anyone else who is experiencing these symptoms, we know our bodies. And it's really important to be confident in that knowledge. So when we are feeling that we have something strange going on, we have these headaches, let's insist that we get screened. Because you won't know otherwise.
I think it's brilliant. And you know what, there is a fundraiser that you're holding this weekend that we want to tell people about. Pulling us up on the screen if we can. It's taking place this Saturday, correct?
This Saturday, the 17th, in Ventura Harbor at the Creek Restaurant, and it will have both a tango and a social dance
See?
theme.
Oh, I love that you're bringing that
and
in.
I'm really excited about this because I'm actually going to do my first official performance there with my instructor. Don't expect too much, but for someone who just learned to walk, I'm pretty proud of it myself. We'll have tango demonstrators also from across Southern California, so I'm really excited about that.
That's wonderful.
But really, it's a celebration of life. And we get Todd Crawford actually from the Lisa Foundation as one of our visitors, so I'm also excited about that.
Thank you so much
I
for
hope that
being
you
here
can
with
come.
us. Oh, yes, no.
Thank you.
And Jonathan, you know, the weather hopefully will cool down for the event this weekend. It's such a wonderful event and such a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.